Welcome into the Big Show, presented by Discount Tire. Thrilled to have you here alongside the Hall of Famer, Andy Katz. I'm Kylan Mills. Hard to believe there are less than 2 weeks to go in the Big Ten men's basketball regular season. Grab your popcorn because this is going to be a wild finish if it's anything like what we saw between Michigan State and Purdue on Thursday night.
Well, the real Hall of Famer, Tom Izzo, had a Hall of Fame performance, the way he coached the Spartans down the stretch, and another epic classic. We only get this once, not 2 times, for Michigan State Purdue this season.
Yeah, we'd love to see it again, though, with how great that matchup was. We got to show you it right now out at Mackey Arena, a top 15 matchup that is, and 2 of the top 5 teams in the Big Ten standings as well, as Purdue hosted Michigan State. The Spartans seeking their first win at Mackey since 2014. And then Braden Smith, the Big Ten's all-time assist leader, looking to add to his tally. On the fast break here, Smith finds Trey Kaufman-Renn. That is the 1,000th career assist for Smith on the goaltend call. Kind of a weird way for that to happen. Later in the first half, Michigan State down 3. Carson Cooper having a great year with a slam dunk. Michigan State would trail by 3 at the half, though. Moving along to the second. MSU still within 1 possession. Cohen Carr finds Jordan Scott, who nails the triple. MSU goes up by 1. Back and forth affair. Later in the second half, Purdue down 3. Fletcher Lawyer with a pump fake. He knocks down a triple. Game tied at 49 apiece. Later in the second, game still tied. Some nice ball movement here, Andy, and they were hitting a lot of threes.
Yeah, I mean, they ended up with, 6 of 19. It didn't sound great, but it was timely threes.
Yeah, that's the thing. It was down this critical stretch. And there it's Kurtang again with another deep 3 ball. Michigan State up 4. Ensuing possession. Tang not done yet. Here he gets the steal. Ahead in transition to Cohen Carr. Are we trying to get him into the NBA dunk contest? Are we keeping that going?
Well, as soon as he leaves, he definitely will be in it. Who does a windmill during the game? Only one guy.
Just ridiculous. TKR there with a dunk on the other end. Purdue within 3. And then Jeremy Fears, you talk about making clutch plays, Andy. He had several of them down the final stretch of this game.
A little Euro step in the lane. I mean, he really stepped up big time, making big-time shots, getting in, dishing it off right there. Just a phenomenal effort from Jeremy Fears when they needed him most.
But Purdue would not go away, so this one far from over, because guess what? They've got Braden Smith, who can do a little bit of everything for the Spoilers team, including knocking down the 3 ball.
Yeah, I mean, they needed him to make shots, hit that 3, and then he gets to the rim right here. Sort of great body control to convert over the freshman.
Michigan State up by just 2. Under 15 seconds left. Trey Kaufman-Renn misses the floater. The Boilers needed that one. Cam Ward with the board is fouled. Ensuing free throw, he misses. Fletcher Lawyer with the rebound. Matt Painter calls timeout. Last chance for Purdue. And who else do you want to take the shot? Braden Smith, but he misses. It clanks. Michigan State wins at 76-74. Here's the post-game reaction, starting with Tom Izzo.
Playing against a good friend, though. The class Purdue showed at the end, by the way, even their fans, was phenomenal. Players, of course, coaches, fans. It was a tough game. I thought we earned the win. And, of course, Jeremy, played really well. I mean, it was a matchup of 2 point guards. Braden Smith, there's a reason he's the Player of the Year candidate. And I thought we did a decent job on him, but he's a hell of a player. And they got a hell of a team. It was just our night. They made threes. We weathered the storm of all those threes. To do that on the road in Mackey Arena, I think was, I'll give my team some credit on that.
I mean, they're a good team, and they push and transition like probably the best in the country, so it's difficult if they're live ball turnovers. For us to even really get back because they're just pushing it so quick and they got guys running the floor, and obviously they're a good team, so they're going to make shots and make us pay.
The Old Trapper Smokin' players, Purdue point guard Braden Smith, who made history despite the Boilers' loss. He recorded a double-double with 12 points and 10 assists. With those 10 helpers, he surpassed 1,000 career assists, becoming just the 5th player in NCAA history to reach that mark. Earlier this season, Smith became the Big Ten's all-time assist leader as well. Having a great year once again. We're going to talk more about Smith here in just a moment, but first, let's dive into this matchup, a 1-possession game between Michigan State and Purdue, a top 15 matchup as well, and Sparty pulls off their first win at Mackey Arena in 12 years. This came down to late game execution and Michigan State's defense showing up when they needed it most.
So here's the deal. If I had told you before the game that Purdue would out-rebound them, They would outscore them from the bench. They would make 12 threes. You'd say, okay, Purdue's going to win.
Yeah.
But Michigan State's
so
defense
fast.
was the key, because think about this. 19-5 off of points off turnovers like this one. We showed this earlier to you, the Cohen Carr windmill. That was part of that 19-5 points off of turnovers. And by the way, Purdue only had 9 turnovers. That just shows that Michigan State took advantage of every single one. And here, late possession. Look at the way Carson Cooper guards Trey Kaufman-Renn. Sort of a difficult shot for him to try to get off. And then they're forcing Braden Smith on this potential game winner. A deep three, a logo three, a phenomenal job by Michigan State's defense in those late possessions to get the win. It really is kind of crazy when you think about that. Purdue now has lost 4 home games at Mackey Arena, 1 non-conference game to Iowa State, 3 in the Big Ten. This has seeding ramifications both in the Big Ten tournament and in the NCAA tournament.
Tom Izzo described this as one of the best wins of his career, because you know how tough it is to play at Mackey Arena. On the flip side, you just mentioned Purdue and the implications. What's your concern level based on what you saw in this game?
Pretty high. There's no question about it. Their late game execution wasn't great. We did show you the highlights of a couple of great Braden Smith plays, the three, the drive to the basket. Then there were a couple of possessions after that where they did not get off a good shot, maybe poor shot selection, which is rare for a Purdue team down the stretch like that. So what does this mean? It means Purdue right now, I think, could potentially drop to certainly a 3 in the NCAA tournament. Michigan State could move up to a 3 in the NCAA tournament. Still a lot to play for. But in terms of the Big Ten tournament, it means Purdue, as we see here on the screen, kind of missed their opportunity to get that triple bye. It's not dead yet. The percentages went from what, about 70% to I think 30%, if I'm not mistaken. But now, you know, they've got to take care of business down the stretch in their final 3 games.
I love when Andy just does the segues for me, because that was perfect. As you take a look at the Big Ten standings, those yellow lines that you just saw are critical, because those determine whether you got 1 bye, 2 byes, or even 3 byes, because the triple bye is what is awarded to the top 4 teams in the Big Ten standings at the end of the season. Right now, that's Michigan, Nebraska, Michigan State started the day in 4th. They slide up to 3rd with the win over Purdue. Illinois sits at number 4. Purdue was in 5th, but they could have jumped up a spot. You look like you got something to add here.
Well, I just say, but look at this. If this were the season today, if I'm Purdue, I don't want to be at the top of that bracket. I want to be at the bottom. That's how critical it is to try to get, you know, they're not getting up to the 2 spot, but the way Michigan State now has come up to that 3 line, because with Purdue at the 5, you do not want to be in the same neighborhood as Michigan and Illinois in the Big Ten tournament. Those are 2 teams that Purdue can have trouble matching up with. We've already seen them lose to Michigan and Illinois. That's the game Keaton Wagler had 46 points at Mackey. So, you know, that's what could be dicey for Purdue's chances to win the Big Ten tournament, who they could potentially be matched up with.
Yeah, when you zoom out and look beyond Purdue at those top 6 teams that are really still vying for those top 4 spots in the standings, what do you make of where some of the other teams stand and what the outlook is moving ahead based on the schedules?
Well, we're going to talk later about the game on Friday night.
Yes, we will. That's a big one.
Because I would love to see if we see it Friday night and we see it for the final, because the 2 best teams in the Big Ten, the 2 teams that have a chance to play for the national championship, a la 1989, are Michigan and Illinois.
All right, well, there you have it. We are going to be talking about the big matchup on Friday night between the Wolverines and the Illini. Much more of the Hall of Famer Andy Katz to come here on The Big Show.